We were moving a lot of things through. We were changing a whole bunch of laws, making a bunch of housing, and announcing money for supporting communities, because we're sort of in that wave coming out of COVID.
We did question our priorities near the end of it in terms of their spending and in terms of their projects. So basically, I think all of BC understood in this age of unaffordability, government has got to list their priorities clearer.
Stikine MLA Nathan Cullen says that he believes this year's session was one like no other. Everything from Ukraine to flooding, and which has dominated the legislature for the past session.
Well, it's the pace of moving legislation through, getting budget decisions out. We put a lot of money. I'm the minister responsible for immigration, so we put $15 million towards helping Ukrainians settle in country, a bunch of money for libraries, a bunch of money for flooded out communities, building up our resilience on forest fires as well.
And I quote, in Terrace, as well as other communities across the province.
For Skeena MLA Ellis Ross, things were returning to normal as is. Parties went their own way following the COVID-19 pandemic and a run for the party leader. It's pretty status quo for an opposition MLA.
No, there was no real collaboration. You know, we collaborated on COVID, of course, for the betterment of society, basically. But then after COVID started to subside, then we got back to our jobs. Questioning the budget, questioning the throne speech, questioning some of the decisions that were made inside the budget and outside the budget.
For the NDP government, they've had to jump over some hurdles as well this year, as did the Liberals. And Cullen says that his government did a good job in doing so.
This government formed, it's been natural disaster to a pandemic. And so you're very much in reaction mode all the time. And even through those things, our province continues to grow incredibly fast. And so that puts constraints and pressures on other things like housing. You know, how do we make enough housing and affordable housing? Healthcare we talked about, and just general services.
As for the Northwest, well, it's a tale of two different sides of the coin.
Being able to think about what it is that we need. Like, I really want to get the campaign for a new hospital here in Smithers going. How do we get ourselves in line so that we're getting the plans and getting commitments from government to do that. We're building a brand new hospital in Terrace and Fort St. James, but I think, you know, issues like that, they're very keen to me.
A neonatal clinic here in Terrace. They want a dementia care unit in Kitimat. Niska needs a highway, the Huckleberry Road opened up for the betterment of all Skeena as an emergency route.
For now, it's becoming a summer of creating new services for the Northwest and beyond, and awaiting this sit again. For CFTK-TV News, I'm Zack in Terrace.